Alright guys, Johnny Rosardo Reds, we just picked up another collection from the Tin Toy Man. He dug some more stuff up out of the attic, down from the attic, up from the attic. I don't know, let's check it out!
Sergeant Red's Gaming and Vintage Toys.
Alright guys, we're coming to you from the ruins of the old novelty shop. So, as you can see, we still got stuff under construction, but it's quiet here, so I can do my videos here before I take all this stuff to the warehouse and get it stored away until we open up. And I got my lion. I want to get him in as many videos as possible because he's so cute. Look at him, kitschy kitschy. Alright, so guys, the guy who I purchased all the tin toys from called me back. He dug some more stuff up out of this in-laws place. So, I'll go through this stuff real quick, show you what we found, and we'll go from there. Let's start with, this giant case here. So this here is an old military, it's not a Foot Locker, I think it was like for some kind of supplies, and I think he said it was Korean War era. As you can see, it's got like the markings on it. And I wanted this to do a display with like the G.I. Joes and things of that nature in the shop. And you can see it was medical platoon, what's that say, 12th Battalion, I think. I can't really make it out, but it's got the same stuff stenciled on the top. So let's look inside of here. This one, he had two of these. There's a bigger one and this one, and he was like, well, I don't know if I want to sell it. I was like, come on, man, you don't need two. We actually ended up striking a deal on them, or on just the one. I just wanted one for a display. I thought it would look cool to have G.I. Joes displayed around this thing since it's a legit military crate. So inside of this thing here, this stuff wasn't in it. It was just stuff that he had. We have this Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This thing is from 1939. It's crazy how old this thing is. It's not in mint condition, but it's really cool that survived 1939 till now. We got a couple of these little Star Wars cassette pamphlets. They're supposed to be a cassette with them, but they don't have the cassette. But they're still neat. These things here are pretty cool. So we have the Dukes of Hazzard scrapbook from 1983, and basically it's just kind of like a little. It's not really a scrapbook. It's just made to look like a scrapbook, and there's two of those. There's that one, and then there's this one. So, and it's similar stuff, just like it's meant to look like a scrapbook from these guys, from the Dukes of Hazzard. Now this, I'm not sure if this is meant to be for the Detroit Tigers, but this is just bumper sticker, and it's from 1968. It's a Saskatoon Tigers. So if you guys are like sports fans, I'm not really a big sports guy, but I don't know if this is for the Detroit Tigers is what it's supposed to be. I'll have to do some research on that, but it's pretty neat. I like the colors and the design. Definitely has that late 60s vibe to it. Now we have two more books here. I believe these are from 1944. So we have two of these Mickey Mouse books. There's this one here, and it's a little hardcover book, and it just goes over all the different states and things of that nature. It's Mickey Sees the United States of America. And the other one is Mickey Never Fails. But Daisy would have something to say about that. Did I just say Daisy? It's because I saw Donald on the back. Minnie would have something to say about that. I'm sure Mickey Mouse fails just like the rest of us. He's not perfect. Then we have Superfection. Now, I remember Perfection. I don't remember Superfection. Same thing, though. I think you push it down and it pops up after the timer goes off. We tested it, and it turns on and works and everything. So that's pretty neat. Little board game. I guess it's not really considered a board game, right? I don't know. We have jigsaw puzzles here. I don't know how old these are. These are probably from the 70s. This one here is some cats and some apples. You know, capples. Cat apples, capples. Yeah, I don't see any dates on this thing, but if it's similar to the other stuff that was, I believe, his wife's when she was a kid, then that is probably from the 70s. Now, we also have some of these modeling kits. So I don't know if these are actually from the 60s. They probably have enough dust on them to be from the 60s, but these are old model kits, and they look like they're all complete. They're mostly Buicks, because his father-in-law, I think he worked for Buick or something like that, so he had just tons of Buick stuff. So there's a bunch of these little models here, which are really cool. MG Bullet. That one's not out, obviously not. So this one we opened up. This one was actually not this jet. It's this, what's it called? Balsa wood airplane. So, but I guess I put it in that because it didn't really fit in the other box. We have the old 1966 Buick Skylark. These things are dusty. 63 Buick, right? Hardtop. See, I don't know, you probably didn't pick that up, but like literally dust just flew off of this thing. Buick Wildcat, 1966. And these things are all, from what I could tell, complete and not used at all. So those are pretty neat. I'm not really big into models, but if I find them and they're neat, I'll pick them up. And here's another one. That is the 1961 with engine. I don't think there's a real engine in there, but... And then we have the wagons of the Old West. So this is like a wood model kit to build a wagon so you can go on the Oregon Trail and get dysentery. Sounds like fun, right, kids? All right, so let me put this stuff back in here so I don't lose it. Foot Locker comes in handy. I want to keep saying Foot Locker, but the supply crate comes in handy for packing stuff in, such as supplies. Can you imagine being back in the Korean War, whenever this is from, and like you get this crate and you think it's going to be like medical supplies and it's like Mickey Mouse books and puzzles. You're like, whoa, that's not going to help us. But that was cool. I really wanted that crate, like I said. It was just, I thought it would be cool to do a display with G.I. Joes around it and everything like that. Obviously not in it, but just kind of have them standing on it once I get this place open and up and running. Which, as you can see, I should probably do less collections and do more construction, but I'm waiting on an architect who's actually coming today. So, he'll be here in about an hour. He's going to walk in and be doing videos. What are you doing? I'm going through old toys. Would you like to join me? Okay. And I don't think he actually sounds like that, but I've never actually talked to him in person. So this is more of the stuff. This is the stuff he initially called me about, saying that he had the more stuff from that tin toy collection that he had. So this is an old like steamboat, the Mary Ann. It opens up, and there is absolutely nothing inside of it. But that's pretty cool. A little wood boat. I don't see a brand on it. Oh wait. Hollygate or Holgate Toys. So that's Holgate Toys. Not familiar with the company. That's gonna be something I have to do a little look. That fits perfectly in that slot on the top of that thing. So I think this is from like a train set. It's like this little tin bridge. It looks like something that would come with a train set. Made in the USA. It's only marking on it. And then we have a bunch of old toy Pony Boys. So we got one of those. Oh wait, here's a Holland, Michigan. So this was probably like a souvenir or something from up in Holland, Michigan, because they are known for their tulips. Tulips are blooming in Holland, Michigan. I remember singing that from like grade school, and I still have the same tune in my brain. Crazy, right? Here's a really old revolver. Here's wheels. I don't know. I don't think that goes to any of the tin toys because it is plastic, but it might. Like I said, this was just like parts and stuff. Here's another old Champion pistol. It's pretty cool. It's got like horses on the grip there. Here's just a little snub nose cap gun. And this is another one of this one is Texan, but it's got cows or bulls on the handles. Alright guys, and here you can see we have a Samsung microwave oven. That's not what we're trying to show you. So, this guy was in the box. He's a little Pinocchio. I think it's some kind of resin or wood. I don't know. There's no markings on him that I can see. I don't know if he's broken or if he's supposed to look like he's just still being carved. I have no idea. So if you guys have any idea what this little Pinocchio fella is from, let me know. We have, so Straight Arrow, Nabisco shredded wheat. I guess this was something that came with Nabisco shredded wheat. Now, Straight Arrow is a comic book from back in the 50s probably. So this thing probably was like a mail away, or you got it inside the shredded wheat there. So that's pretty neat. And I did not know what Straight Arrow was until I bought this collection, because there's some comics I'll show you here in a second. We have a bunch of these little comic books, and I believe they're all from the 50s. Yeah, most of these things I believe are going to be from that era. So you got the Little Bad Wolf Forest Ranger. So I don't know if these came with cereal or what the deal is with these or why they're so teeny. So if any of my comic experts out there know, let me know. This is the Dingle Brothers Circus train. And again, these are like just little comic books. Those are neat. I'm gonna have to do some research on those. To figure out what exactly they go to. This one here looks like it's missing the cover. Some kind of train thing. The cover might be in here. There's a bunch of these things. There's like a stack of them. So Mickey Mouse and the Disappearing Island. So I'm wondering if this had something to do with Wheaties. If they were like in Wheaties or something. Pluto and the Bogus Money. Wait. Speaking of Pluto and this was also in there. A bunch of fake money. I don't know what this went to, but it says it's not legal tender for any purpose. Any purpose. Even like making a video. Oh, I'm going to get arrested for making a video because it says not legal tender for any purpose. So, educational toy money. I don't know if this is just something that came like to like a teacher's aid type thing or if this went to a game. I'm not sure, but there's a giant stack of this, and that's funny, that Pluto's bogus money. So Pluto knew all about this. This is his scheme. He's a counterfeiter. We got Grandma Duck and the Homespun Detective. We have Goofy, Tightrope Acrobat, A7, A2. So this must have been like a little set. Oh yeah, 8 more comic books, all different. So this must have been with Wheaties. See, I could be a detective still. This one doesn't have the cover. Some magic tricks, and I saw a cover. I wonder if this is the one for this. No, that's Mickey Meets the Wizard, so I don't know if this is the one that goes with that. That's coverless, I'll have to check. Again, some of these are in pretty decent shape for being as old as they are. Briar Rabbit Secrets. That one's missing a couple pages, it looks like. Maybe the back cover and a page. That would grade at a 10, I'm sure. Donald Duck's Atom Bomb. Good lord. We're making weapons of mass... I can't say that. We're making big kabooms with Donald Duck. Amazing. The stuff they would have back then, couldn't do that now. For kids, anyway. So Dumbo and the Circus of Mystery. That one's got a little tear in the cover. Or a flap, I guess. And it's missing the back cover. We have 2 more of these little guys. We have Donald and the Haunted Jewels. It's better than the other issue, which was Donald and the Family Jewels. Haha, get it? Yeah. Sorry, guys. So those were pretty neat. Looks like they're all from Wheaties. This one here is a little different. And this one here is Thomas McGann, I guess. Presents the Great Shoes. So you have different kinds of shoes. So, and they have, come to life. But this is like an advertisement. It looks like a comic book. That was this Tom McGann place. I've never heard of it. Women's, girls, men's, and boys shoes. I don't think that company's still in business. But if they are, I got your ad, guys. All right, so a couple more things here. I'll just go over these really quick because they're not as exciting, I don't think. So we have this just a puzzle of the United States of America with Alaska and Hawaii. This puzzle's pretty neat. Worst thing about puzzles and games, though, guys, is I have to go through and make sure all the pieces are here. So my 7-year-old is going to be putting this together, and I'm sure he'll get right to the end and be missing like the piece with the snail in it. So we have this Smurf one here. And then we have this old Chutes and Ladders. I already opened this up, and it's missing a bunch of stuff. I think it only has like 2 pieces of the parts. And that, again, I normally don't even buy board games like this just because I don't even know what all the pieces are, but that's all you have in there are those. And if I remember, Chutes and Ladders was for more than 2 players. So this one's pretty neat. This is a Winnie the Pooh game. And again, a lot of times they made these games back in the day, and it was just basically the same game with a different character. Like it would be Winnie the Pooh, and you'd move around the board to win. Or it'd be Casper the Friendly Ghost, and you'd move around the board to win. But that's just one of those kind of games. Like let's put a different character on it, sell it to kids, and it's basically the same as every other game out there. This one has the pieces. I think it's all the pieces. Again, trying to figure out if all the pieces are here is one of the most difficult parts, especially these obscure older games. It's hard to find. I mean, there's sites that have it, and sometimes they have all the pieces that are supposed to be in there, like tell you what you need. Sometimes they don't. So again, I'm gonna have to go look through that and do a bunch of counting, and I don't like my counting. We got Curious George here. And I want to say this one's from 64. And again, this is pretty similar to this Winnie the Pooh game. I think they're both Parker. Yeah, both Parker brothers. This one's a little different. I think you just go around and do stuff. I have no idea. You only have one little piece. I think this is how it's supposed to work. I think like the kids would play, and I have no idea. I have no clue. I'm just talking out my butt at this point with this game. I have no idea what you're supposed to do. So that is the games. And last but not least, guys, like I said, we have some comic books here, and I am, not the biggest comic aficionado, but I know cool stuff when I see it. And he had this stuff, and we just obviously I did the bulk deal with all this stuff, and we bought it all, and I will learn. Again, I have a bunch of comics from when I was a kid. I know the more modern stuff. Well, I guess it's not modern anymore from when I was a youngin' in the 80s and 90s. But this is older stuff. I think this is all from the 50s. Here, Felix the Cat. This is a 10-cent comic book. 1948, so that one's from 1948. And then we have a run of the Straight Arrow. So I've never heard of this. Like I said, I had that Straight Arrow thing from Nabisco. I would have had no clue it was a comic book, but he happened to have some Straight Arrow comics. So we have issue number 1. And these are actually in pretty good shape, I mean, for their age. And this is from 1950, it was copyrighted. So we have issue 1, and it's actually issue 1 through 11. So it's always nice to have a run like that, so we can just kind of sell it as the run. Because these aren't super expensive. It's not like Action Comics number 1. These are probably $5-10 each, if that. I have to look them all up, but so got the, I guess it's Indian Tribes at War on this one. Never read these, so I'm not even sure. It looks like maybe this guy is Straight Arrow, and he's like the hero of these comics. Man, he's punching the hell out of that guy. Get away from me with your flaming stick. He's got an axe. He just punched him in the face. That'd be like me. If I was in a fist fight and someone had an axe, I'd punch him in the face. I'd probably get chopped in pieces, but this guy's trying to cut the trolley and the Indian. I mean, the cover art on these old comics is neat, I think. Here's the, I don't know what's going on in this one. He's knocking a guy into a cave river, right? I don't know. He's pulling this dude's hair. He's got him in a headlock. He's whooping butt. I mean, he's a badass. I'm not gonna lie. Straight Arrow is a bad mofo. What's he do? Okay, not even gonna comment on that. So then we had a couple Batman comics, and these ones are the cool ones. I like that cover. That's really cool. This Joker totem pole falling on Batman. And that is from 1951. This one's actually in pretty decent shape. The staples are still there. Creepy. So that one's pretty neat. 10-cent comic book. And then this one here is another one. This one's in a little rougher shape. The cover's not attached. And it's got some rips in the back. I was gonna say, I don't know if some kind of coupon out or what, but man, oh, there's Tom McCann. All right, see, all these things are tying together. All right, guys, so this is what we picked up. Oh, rock on. Okay, this is Mark's. I didn't even notice that. See, you learn something new every day. So that's a Mark's train thing. But what do you guys like the best out of this collection that we picked up? It's cool. My favorite thing is honestly probably this supply crate. I think that's really neat. And then the comics are probably my second favorite. But let us know in the comments below what you thought was the coolest thing in here. And if you're not already, make sure, guys, subscribe, follow, and share these videos. It really helps us out. So we'll catch you next time.